How do you sleep after games like this? Like how'd you sleep after game three and the games like this, especially when
I mean, the same that I sleep after the first two games. It's no different. This is a series. I mean, we won two games, but we didn't think it was going to be easy. I mean, this is, like I always say, these are the defenders. I said it after game two. They're not going to lay down. They're going to punch, and we're going to punch back. And they beat us up tonight. The last two nights, they beat us up in the fight. And that's okay. You know, we'll be all right. We'll bounce back, figure it out next game, and we'll be ready again.
The NBA playoffs just got interesting. So on one side, you're seeing the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves series, which is tied at 2 games apiece. And on the other side, Knicks and Pacers, 2 games apiece. And this all happened today morning. So I'm watching from Nairobi, and these games, I watched them early in the morning. So I've been watching the NBA playoffs for years now, and I feel like there are things that when you've been watching something for quite some time now, you don't get swayed when things happen. So when the Minnesota Timberwolves stole home court advantage from the Denver Nuggets, everyone came out of the woodwork and they said a lot of things about the Denver Nuggets. They said, this time they're not going to win it. Nikola Jokic is not a real MVP. A lot of people came from mainstream media, YouTube, all these guys. They all came in and they just wrote off the Denver Nuggets. And even I saw Shaquille O'Neal on NBA on TNT say, like, he didn't believe that Nikola Jokic deserved that MVP and it was supposed to be Shai who was supposed to get that MVP. So a lot of hate was coming on the Denver Nuggets side, and also a lot of praise came to the Minnesota Timberwolves side, with Anthony Edwards being that focal point of the Timberwolves offense and being that guy who led the charge and the other guys followed. So, and all this was exacerbated when you saw Rudy Gobert miss game 2, and a lot of people said, even without Rudy Gobert, the Minnesota Timberwolves defense was still stellar. And a lot of people shunned the Denver Nuggets, and they said that this series is over. They may even lose in 4 games. And meanwhile, this is the second game of the series, and people were coming out and saying that. So when you've been watching the NBA playoffs for quite some time now, you'll understand it's a 7-game series. And a series has 7 games. And right now, as we speak, the series is tied at 2 games apiece. And there's a high likelihood this series could even play out 7 games. It can be decided within 7 games. So in the first games, we saw the Timberwolves go ahead and win 106-99. It was not a convincing win, as it was a game that was decided by only 7 points. You can say it was a clutch game. And in the next game, in game 2, that's when the Denver Nuggets had the poorest game. Jamal Murray, he didn't have a good game at all. And this game ended 106-80. Coincidentally, the Timberwolves scored the same. They scored the same tally in game 1 as they did in game 2. But in game 3, that's when the tables turned. So the first 2 games, the team that had home court advantage was the Denver Nuggets. And the Denver Nuggets, they got beat their breaks off by the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the Minnesota Timberwolves were the road team. And the Denver Nuggets did a reverse Uno card on the Timberwolves as they beat the Timberwolves back-to-back in their home floor. And heading to Game 5, you're going to see the game will be taken to Denver. So this could go even either way. And a lot of people right now, the narrative has just changed because a lot of people have seen, they have been taken aback by their words. A lot of people said, Jamal Murray is not like that. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, General McDaniels can lock him up. And these talking points have been shut down completely. And right now, anything goes. And a lot of people in the mainstream media are refusing to give, the NBA mainstream media are refusing to give Nikola Jokic credit, because the moment Nikola Jokic received that MVP award, his game changed. And since receiving that MVP, he won 2 straight games in the playoffs against the Timberwolves, a team that NBA mainstream media are pushing to beat the Denver Nuggets. And because of that, Nikola Jokic is going to make an example of the Minnesota Timberwolves the same way he did my Lakers. Because, man, for the past 2 years, the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic have been absolutely obliterating my Lakers. And I must say, even coming from a series that we lost, I still feel it to this day. But all I'm going to say is this. Do not disrespect the reigning MVP, the reigning NBA MVP, and also the reigning Finals MVP, because a lot of people are conveniently omitting that the Denver Nuggets, this is their first title defense. They won the title last year. It's funny to me that a lot of people are ignoring the fact that the Denver Nuggets won the championship and they're on the title defense. Those 2 games meant nothing, and they were able to erase that fact they lost. And right now, they're headed into Game 5, and they're going to defend home court. Hopefully, they're able to go ahead and finish it out in 6 or 7 games. Or it could have been either way, but it is what it is. So all I'm just saying to people, relax. It's a 7-game series. Anything can happen. The same thing that we've seen in the Knicks versus Pacers series, which I'm going to look at in the next video. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments on what you think about this. This is a 7-game series, so we should stop rushing things like that. So yeah, man, I'm out. Talk to you guys in the next one.